Yo, what's going on? What's good? Y'all know what it is. It's Monday. It's Monday. Let's go. Got to get through this week. Man, I hope y'all doing well out there. I'm about to get into some beats real quick. Now that my actual playlist is on YouTube and is out, go check my page. It's just some chill beats, They're actually quite old, but go check out the playlist, man. It's like 22 minutes long. There's a couple of tracks. They're they're very different. All the tracks are very different, but it's just some nice chill music to kind of, you know, relax to. When you need that relaxation moment, it's there. But anyway, let's get to this. Let's get to this. I don't really know what I'm going to make, but now that I said all of that to say this, now that my first playlist is out, we're going to start moving into some different types, different genres of music and whatnot. But love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and the support. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this thing. Yeah, we're going to pull the tempo up a little bit. 170. Let's hear how that sounds. Ugh, 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 ugh. All right. Let's see. Feel like I need a good, nice, solid. That's good right there. Solid kick, for this one. It's gonna be a little quicker, but you could probably slow this whole thing down, and it'll be nice. Um, but we're just going to leave it like this. We're gonna use the drip snare. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a closed and open hi hat. That's what I want. Uh, right here. We out here. We out here. I'll probably be working on like um a subtraction EQ video that I'm working on that's gonna drop on my page. So look out for that. Kind of gonna be breaking down subtraction. Well, I'm gonna be breaking down EQ in its entirety, but I'm going to start with subtraction. You probably get like 4 videos about EQ. Um, so we're gonna move into that phase soon. A little slower. Nope. More space. That's it. That's it. That's what we want. We also want this hi-hat to be not so long, and we don't want to use loop points. I don't know why I had that on. But we are going to shorten this hi-hat by bringing down everything and then bringing up the decay just a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it. And we're going to add a bit of shift to that hi-hat. But we're also going to add this open hat, not using loop points. Okay, okay. Shorten that guy a little bit too. And you can actually shorten the hi-hat by going to time, 1 beat, 2 beat. Nope, nope. Let's do none. Oh, it's super short now. It's because it's actually going by this now. This. There we go. All right. Cool. I'm gonna make the hi-hat shift a bit. Shift it over. Also going to make the bounce happen with the hi-hat. A bit of bounce. Turn down the open hi-hat just a bit. All right. Probably not going to use this bass. I usually only use this bass if I'm using like my electronic drum set, which I might use today. Yeah. We in here. Give it to me. So you kind of like the idea behind this bass line is kind of like, you're going with the chords, but you're feeling the the drums, you know. It's like the feel of the drums, but it's being led by the drums, but it still has some of the characteristics of the actual chords. And then, don't overdo it. Let me line this up a little bit better. All right, here we go. See, I got my elements. I'm probably throw a pad in here, but let's go ahead and throw this in the mixer, man. Let's throw this in the mixer, man. I'm gonna delete this channel right here before I do that. Delete that sampler. All right, now Command L. Boom, right in there. All right. see where I put everything. Because sometimes when you throw it into the mixer, it kind of levels everything out. So things get put in places you wouldn't expect them to be yet. So let's see what surprise we got going today. Oh, got to turn on my piano. Typically, when you're EQing bass, like you want to leave a little bit of, well, I typically like to leave a little bit on the high end, but not too much. So it typically look like this, opposed to like the kick, where with the kick you pretty much don't want any of this. You don't want none of this. You know, but here in this instance, um, I don't need it at all. If I was using the other bass, I probably would want some of that high end, but it's really not. I mean, it's you can't hear it. You can't hear any frequencies up there really that's happening. So go ahead and cut that out. You don't need it. You don't need it. Actually, I'm a low pass at 6. See how that is. Get that kick a little boost. All right, check me out. You see my kick here? What's happening? Now, what is that up there? Let's solo it. Let's soloed myself too. I soloed myself out. All right, let's see. See what's going on here with this kick. It's like a rattling. It's like, I don't, definitely some type of rattling up there that is not necessary. So that's one of the things, we gonna cut that out. So with the bass and the kick, I'm cutting out the highs, bro. Don't need them. Don't need them. Some genres you just don't need them at all. Some instruments just don't need it. Just doesn't need it at all. Gone. Get it out the way. Hey, get it out the way. All right. In context. All right. So there's something else. Oh, so solo myself out again. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this is. See, in this instance, the kick and the bass are in very similar places. So you're just gonna have to be really distinct about where you're placing this stuff. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I'm a so I'm gonna keep this point of contact, and I'm gonna lower this point of contact. So it's gonna look something like this. And you can actually feel it hitting harder in the headphones and I'm really cutting. I am boosting around 65. Probably need to boost around 80, but you want that dark, warm, that warm, punchy kick. Also, I mean, a lot of times you can get the punch from up here, but this particular kick doesn't have that punch up there, so we don't need it. In context. All right, now that thing's speaking. All right, now we can turn it down just a little bit. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see what these keys is doing. What the key doing? What the key feel like? All right. Let's see. I got them keys. We're moving forward though. All right. So with the keys, there's a lot of mids and lows that I'm going to want to keep. I'm going to want those. See what's happening. All right, here I'm going to add a high pass filter. I'm trying to get the keys out of the way of the kick and the bass. That is my goal here. Um, Sometimes it's not easy. I'm also going to pan these keys, and that's going to help. Panning helps. Not hard panning, just a little separation, you know. All right, let's see what my snare is doing. It's a tiny little snare, but I am gonna add a snare verb to this guy, and I'll show you what that is in a second. Um, so high pass filter this guy because we don't really need the lows. Sometimes you do need the lows in snares, so it's not an always guaranteed thing. But here, this is like a trap snare. It's not many lows in this guy right here. High pass. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's add that verb. So we're gonna link this track to another track. Doesn't matter. 17 seems like a good number. I'm gonna link to this track only. For right now, I may open it up, but actually I'm not gonna link this only. I I want it to be linked. I want it to be linked the proper way. So just route to this strat. We just changed that up. All right, here we go. 17 verb. Put a reverb on this guy, and we're going to turn this down, and then gradually bring it up as we listen to the snare drum. Let's solo it. I'm about to solo myself out. In context. You don't want the tail to be too long. Just a little bit goes a long way. You know, it's like cinnamon spice. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I always think of it. I always think of music as like making a dish. And it's also what kind of how I was taught in school. Just like you know, very similar to that. FN F12. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Pretty righteous. A little mix there. All right, cool. Um, moving on. Probably going to add some more keys. I need a melodic line here, and after that, I'm gonna probably do a pad, and then we gonna be done. Take it home. Take it to the bank. We're doing a melodic line. Let's see what this is. Something simple like that, you know. Don't need to be too complicated. Yeah, that's what we want. All right, I'm gonna start layering this out since I got my melodic line here. All right, key thing the melodic lines as well is you want to add some presence. So we're gonna EQ the melodic line. It's gonna go on channel 8, of course. Next guy in line. We are also going to route it to a reverb. Unroute it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. Last thing I'm going to add is just a little pad to give it some texture. You know. Change one note. Gotta change one note. All right. So once the melody goes out, we have this nice pad here. And I may be able to like take out a bass line or something like that, but let's just hear how this is. Yeah. Now we can switch up the sound if we want to. This is kind of a wild sound. I kind of like it. Like, what would happen if I'm gonna go ahead and quarantize this. I would like that. Like all, and then like, yeah, that's what we want. All right, so we're gonna put this type of thing into the mix. Let me let y'all hear it real quick before I mess with it. Yeah, all right. So what I'm about to do now is, of course, this is going into the mixer at number 9 as our last addition to this. You probably gonna hear this in a playlist somewhere on one of them videos. Probably gonna happen. Before I route, let's put a filter on this guy, and then I'm going to create an automation clip, and I'm going to direct each one of these hits, stabs, or whatever you want to call it. Let's zoom on in here. Go down to 4 beats. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we want. And it comes back down here for that next stab. And I'm gonna just do this all the way across. All right. Yeah, that sounds way more like interesting than the actual pad, you know? So it's just a way to kind of make things a little bit more exciting, I guess. just turn this sound down just a little bit. Yeah. Because it's just a texture. That's all you really want it to be is a texture. You don't want it to be too much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'll probably add another line right here, like another melodic line. But essentially, like I wouldn't add too much more to this because you want to be able to leave room for like vocals and whatnot. I would also probably add some percussion, of course. Uh, but for right now, I think that's it. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, you got any questions or anything, hit me up. You know, you can hit me up here. You can hit me up on YouTube. My YouTube is in the chat right now. So, yeah. But I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves out there, you know, and keep the music alive, man. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening out here, but keep the music alive. Love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.